somewhere in outer space where once laid old Asgard, Beta Ray Bill bends the knee. He offers a tribute, his weapon, Stormbreaker, to the man once known as Thor. The Odinson will not take it. If Mjolnir doesn't want him, then he will not be worthy of Stormbreaker. Now, on to more important things. The Odinson inquires about his place of birth. Beta Ray Bill barely manages a few words before the sound of cannon fire rips through the sky, striking at the ground below. The two warriors take evasive action. Ray gives the word that their attacker are the ones who took Asgard. With adrenaline rushing through his veins, the Odinson hurls his old friend John Jorn with all of his might.
For Asgard!
He yells as the son of Odin leaps towards an enemy vessel. Beta Ray Bill may not be a native son of Asgard, but the All-Father's power runs through his Stormbreaker. For that, Ray will fight for his native home on this day until he takes his last breath of life. Bill informs his brother-in-arms that the ships are piloted by droids, so don't hold back. With his mount, Tooth Gnasher, the son of Asgard, rips through the vessels with unreserved force. With the enemy armada destroyed, the Asgardian brothers turn to their mothership, a transport ship big enough to hold the small solar system. The Odinson wastes no time and commands his mount to charge directly at his new target. Meanwhile, within the transport ship, servants inform their master that the attacker is making their way here. The master takes a moment to himself. Releasing a bomb of this magnitude is not a task for the foolish. But this is it. The moment is here. The master releases the bomb. The son of Odin wakes up, sweating from head to toe. He can barely breathe. Fear and anguish are like long-lost friends reunited. He looks down and realizes why he cannot move. Mjolnir weighs down the son of Asgard with the power of a raging storm. Then, from the heavens comes an endless supply of hammers hurling directly at the Asgardian. The horde of hammers crashes down all around him. One makes contact with his body, carrying untold agony. When the dust settles, the once proud son of Asgard lays broken in spirit, mind, and body. Then, the God Butcher arrives to mock the fallen god. Then, just like that, Odinson wakes up again, but this time, this will not be a dream. Chained and subdued, the son of Asgard knows exactly where he is. His jailer arrives to greet the new collection. Tanalir Tivan, the Collector, an elder of the universe, has acquired old Asgard. For 3 billion years, he has added to his growing collection. This will be the first time he adds a Norse realm to his menagerie, and with that, he returns a child to his birth home. When asked why steal old Asgard, the Collector replies,
"It's not Asgard I'm interested in, you silly little god. It's what's landed on it."
The Collector always wanted a hammer to call his own. This one came from another universe, from another Thor. But the damn thing wouldn't move, so Tanalir took the ground it sat on. He tried magic older than Odin himself. He tried technology from 1,000,000 civilizations. Hell, he even tried to pick it up himself. But the agonizing pain. If the Collector was a lesser being, then he would end up dead like his many servants who were commanded to pick up the hammer. The Collector demands to know how he can pick up the hammer, so he brought a Thor before him to find out. But Tanalir isn't a fool. He knows how these heroes think. A Deltarius alien boy is brought forth from his cage. He is the last son of his planet. Odinson is ordered to tell the Collector everything before his servant blasts the alien boy in the head. A servant begins to count down. 5.
No! Let the boy go!
4.
I've never seen that hammer before. How am I?
3.
I can't even lift my own hammer. I can't make myself worthy, let alone you.
2.
I will kill you for this, Collector. I will tear you into 1,000 pieces and feed you to my goat.
1. Suddenly, a burst of lightning from the hammer sends the servant flying in the air. The sound of thunder is all so welcoming. The maelstrom rages around the son of Odin. The energy coursing through his vein feels familiar. Images of his life lived on another world. This truly was the hammer of another Thor. It is the hammer of Thor. And he is... The maniacal elder saw enough. With Odinson unconscious, Tanelier orders his servants to add more chains onto the fallen god. Oh, and make sure that body is there when the god wakes up. What body? His servant asks. With a swift shot to the head, Tanelier ended the Deltarius race.
That body.
Earth, the Triskelion, HQ of the Ultimates. The Unseen makes his way to visit a prisoner. He comes seeking an alliance. He needs the prisoner's help. Unfortunately for the prisoner, the Unseen is weakened. Releasing the jailed man is not an option. Well, if the Unseen cannot release the prisoner, then there is only one thing the Mad Titan wants. A tribute. And Thanos knows just that thing. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Comic Island. My name is Joey and I have been waiting all week for this issue to come out. DC Rebirth was awesome, but with Inhumans vs X-Men and now the Unworthy Thor, Marvel has again captured my attention. So let's go over what stood out to me in this issue. First off, Marvel, please never let Jason Aaron go. He is by far the best Thor writer. Even the art is beautiful. I've read a bunch of Thor comics since the God Butcher saga, and I noticed that this same art style is used quite often and with Jason Aaron as a writer. This brings us back to the Thor world that Jason Aaron built. I know, it's a strange thing to say because everything Jason Aaron did for Thor is placed in continuity, but the great thing is that this brings us a sense of nostalgia, a sense of knowing that we are on for a great ride. Speaking about the God Butcher story, the dream scene brought back Gore the God Butcher. He is probably one of the best unknown villains in my books. Gore isn't as mainstream and popular like Dr. Doom or an Ultron type villain. From what I understand, he is only present during Jason Aaron's run with Thor God of Thunder. I hope to see Gore revived one day, but for now, let's talk about the villain plaguing the Odinson right now. The Collector. Tanelier Tivan got his 50 minutes of fame in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and now he is making a big entrance in a Thor story arc. I haven't been much of a fan of the Collector in the past, but for him to come in and steal old Asgard and then killing the alien boy at the end just to emotionally torture Odinson makes me that much more invested in this series. By the way, Marvel, I know these are all fictional characters, but damn, killing an alien boy, the last of his race, is just cold. Okay, the next thing that stood out to me in this story arc is the flashback to Battleworld. The Thor Core was an awesome tie-in series to Secret Wars 2015, and I always love it when issues like this acknowledges past events. It is unfortunate that Beta Ray Bill didn't make a huge splash in this issue, but he isn't removed from the game just yet. After a big bomb went off, he went missing, so I hope he comes back to help the Odinson kick some Collector ass. Okay, my favorite scene in this issue by far was when the Ultimate Hammer started to react to the Odinson's rage. This tells me that the Unworthy Thor is starting to reclaim his worthiness, but then again, this hammer is a bit different. It isn't Mjolnir for sure. It resembles the hammer from the Ultimate Universe, but in reality, it was created for Doom's private police force given to Thorleaf. We can safely assume that it exhibits the same power set as a hammer from the Ultimate Thor. That being said, I didn't know the Ultimate Hammer could do that. Keep in mind, I didn't read much Ultimate Marvel comics, so my only knowledge of the Ultimate Hammer comes from the internet, and we all know how reliable that is. Okay, so the final scene shows Nick Fury, the Unseen, visiting Thanos, telling him that he needs an ally. Thanos issue 1 is already out and I had a chance to read it. So in that issue, Thanos is no longer held prisoner, so we can safely assume that the events of the Unworthy Thor happened in the past. I would like to think that Nick Fury, the Unseen, will get what he wants from Thanos, and the Mad Titan will get his tribute. But what tribute does he want? My guess is that he also wants the Ultimate Hammer. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what we do here in Comic Island and want to support us, I recommend checking out our Patreon page. The link will be in the description below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in the Unworthy Thor issue 3.